2025 can be your year, the year you become unrecognizable, not just to others, but to yourself. The year you step into knowing exactly what you want, having the right mindset to get through any obstacle, and a clear plan to make your dreams come true. You see, I was quite literally a mess in 2023. I needed to hit rock bottom to finally get serious about my life and how I live day to day. When I started 2024, it was the first time in my life that I had set goals for myself and I had a plan that I was committed to sticking to. And boy, am I glad I did. Looking back, I can truly say that 2024 has been the best year I have ever had yet. And no, not because I chased after or even achieved external validation. No, it's deeper than that. I gave myself permission to start over. I explored new interests, new projects, and I actually stuck to my healthy habits all year round. Honestly, I imagine my future self is on her knees, thanking me and blessing me for the progress that I've been able to make for us this year. And that is what I want for you by the end of 2025. I have tried my possible best to make this video a complete guide for all of the things that you have to have in check before 2025 begins. It's all about taking the time to reflect on the plan you want to execute. If you want to begin this journey to having your best year yet in 2025, then keep on watching. Hello beautiful people, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I am so excited to have you here. If you're a returning subscriber, thank you so much for coming back. I hope you gain value from this video, and if you are a new subscriber, my goodness, welcome to the channel. I hope you gain value from this video and I hope that you subscribe so that you do not miss out on any other videos that I'm going to be putting out. So yeah guys, as you can see, we're going to be talking all things getting ready for 2025, okay? Because if you want your year to be good, you have to have all these things in place before the year even begins. Okay, before the year even begins, you need to know, okay, this is what I want, this is how I'm going to get it. Okay, so yeah, that is exactly what we're going to be doing in this video. So as you can see, we're going to be taking it in 3 stages. Okay, so the first stage is reflect, the second stage is plan, and the third stage is execute. So yeah, if you want to know how you can do that, practical steps, mindset shifts, and all of that, then keep on watching. So before we get to the practical steps, because this video is kind of like a practical video, I want to talk about the mindset shift that you need to have. I think the biggest message that you need to have for this is you need to understand that you are the biggest project that you will ever work on. Okay, because when it comes to personal development, like before I, got into personal development, it looked like people are doing too much. Like you're doing too much. Like calm down, calm down. But at the same time, all other things in work, for instance, you have different projects that you work on, and it takes a lot of work. And you see, okay, these are all of the steps that we need to do to bring this into fruition. So why can't you take your own life as well with the same levity, with the same passion that you would do with the projects that you have at work? Because if we are not intentional about the life that we want, we are not going to get it. Okay, success never comes by mistake, success never comes by accident. It is never an accident. Okay, because even if you do get success, it's not what you have said, okay, this is what I regard as success, this is what I would tag as success. So if you do get some success in something else, you won't really feel that sense of accomplishment. You won't really feel that sense of, oh yeah, I said I wanted to do this. I put in the systems for me to be able to do this and I got it. Just such a satisfying cycle. And that is just what I wanted to let you know. Shift your mindset, okay? We're not doing too much. We are the biggest projects. We are meant to do too much, okay? Because we want to live lives that are fulfilling. And it's never going to come to you by accident. Okay, so as I'm going to be saying all of the steps, fine, they can seem quite a lot, but at the end of this video, I'm going to be showing you how, we're going to be doing this on this channel because we're going to be doing something really fun, but I don't want to talk about it now. But yeah, by the end of this video, you're going to know how we're going to do it just to make it more bite-sized and make it more digestible so that it's not looking overwhelming and all of that. So yeah, you are the biggest project you will ever work on, my dear, and your success is not going to come by accident. You have to be intentional about it. Okay, so yeah, let us get on to the practical steps that you can do to make 2025 your year. Goals are how we declare who we are and who we want to be. They are how we structure our years and our lives. Goals have been called the building blocks of adult personality, and it is worth considering that Who you will be in your 30s and beyond is being built out of the goals you are setting for yourself today. That is a quote from Meg Jay in her book, The Defining Decade. And I love that so much. When I read that, I really understood that, yeah, that is what it is. Okay. Your goals are defining who you are and who you want to be in your 30s beyond. Okay. So that is what we're going to be talking about in this reflect. We're going to be looking, what do we actually want? Who do we like, who are we, and who do we want to be? So this is what you call the foundation of your year, the foundation of 2025. You have to reflect, okay, this is where I'm at. Okay, this is how I'm living my life. This is where I would rate myself in this area of my life, and this is where I want to be. This is what matters to me. This is what I'm working towards. Okay, so of course, the first thing that you want to do, that I would recommend, is you do a brain dump. Okay, you want to brain dump everything that is in your mind, everything that you have in your mind, whether it be things that you want to do, projects that you want to try, hobbies that you want to pick up, habits that you want to pick up, people that you want to, build your relationship with. Just everything that is in your mind, just dump it down. You want to take a date, so just dump it down. So just write. Make sure that you just remove all of the thoughts that are in your stream of consciousness, all your worries, all your fears, everything that you want to keep, everything that you want to get rid of, everything that is in your mind, just dump it down. Okay, because we're going to be doing a lot of inner work. We're going to be doing a lot of planning, and we want to make sure that we are not carrying any baggage into this thing. Like, we want to make sure that we are crystal clear on all of the thoughts that are going up here. Okay, because here can be very, yeah, it can be very, very yeah. So you want to take some time to just write. Just make sure that you write, maybe for like an hour, or like you can break it up into like 15 minutes or like 25 minutes. It depends on how you want to work, which I'm going to be talking about later on. And then the next thing you want to do is define what matters to you. What are the values for your year? What are the things that you want to make sure that you are living in alignment with for 2025? Because when you can decide, okay, this is what is important to me. Yeah, other things are good. Yeah, it's good for you to be, interested. It's good for you to be easygoing. It's good for you to be all of this. But what is the main thing that really matters to me? Like, what is that thing that if I can live according to this value, I am living a good life? So you want to make sure that you define that for yourself. And then after that, you want to now look, okay, in my life right now, based on everything that I've written, based on all of the things that I've said, oh, I want to keep, I want to like get rid of, or maybe based on the core values that you now decided that this is what you want to have, you now look at your life subjectively, that okay, my life right now, what would I rate myself? Okay. And of course, it can be quite overwhelming for you to actually do this for like your whole life. And you may not really get a full picture because you may be living out different areas of your life. So that's why it's very important for you to do this one area at a time. Okay, for my career, what do I rate myself? For my spirituality, what do I rate myself? Okay, for my finances, what do I rate myself? So you want to take all of the areas of your life and then rate them. Okay, this is what I feel I am in this part of my life. And what this does is that it gives you so much clarity. It gives you so much objective clarity that, okay, yes, this is how I feel I am in this part of my life. This part of my life is what I want to work on in 2025. This part of my life is what I want to see significant progress. This part of my life is where I'm going to be setting the most goals that I want to, do, the most habits that I want to incorporate in my life, in these areas of my life. Then once you do that, you now want to rate, okay, based on where I am right now, based on this, what I have given myself right now, where do I want to be? What do I want to get at the end of the year? So, for instance, if you've rated yourself maybe a 3 in your career, you don't have a job, or maybe you've not started the business you want to start, I want to be on an 8 in my career relationship. So, you feel like maybe in your relationship you're at an 8, and then maybe you want to be at a 9. So, as you can see, with these two different ones now, they are different. Okay, so for instance, for your 2025 now, when you want to set the goals, the project goals, habit goals that you want to, put, you're going to want to make sure that you set more goals, you set more intense habits or projects for that part of your life. Okay. And then now that we know, okay, these are the scores that we've given ourselves for the areas of our lives, you now want to look at it and be like, okay, in this area of my life, what exactly do I want to have? What exactly do I want to be doing? And what exactly do I need to be in order for me to feel good about myself in this area of my life, in order for me to get to that desired rates that I give myself for this area of my life? Okay, so you're at a 3 and then you want to be on an 8. Okay, so what do you need to have? What do you need to do? What do you need to be in order for you to get to the 8? Okay, so that is how we're going to be creating our long-term vision. Okay, so what do you want to have? What do you want to do? What do you want to be in terms of long term? So you can look as long term as you want, but I would recommend keeping it between 5 to 10 years. Okay, so I want to have this. I want to be doing this. I want to be this kind of person. Now that we've created the 5 to 10 year vision, now we're going to be creating 1 year visions from those 5 to 10 year visions that we created. Okay, so for the have this thing now, you want to take that statement and be like, okay, what can I do in 1 year that would lead me to getting to the stage where I can have that thing. So, for instance, if you want to say you want to have a six-figure business, and you look at it, okay, this is not going to happen overnight. Okay, but now if I know that in 5 to 10 years I want to be a successful business owner, I should at least start a business. I should at least just start the business and just get the business running for a year. So you know that okay, now it's no longer I want to be this successful entrepreneur. No, it's about okay, I want to have a business because you know where you are going. So you want to do the exact same thing for the do as well, for the be as well. It can be quite overwhelming when you look at what you want for your life. But if you can just take each of them one by one and just choose, okay, this is quite overwhelming. This is quite, this thing. But how can I turn this into a 1 year goal for me that will still seem manageable? Okay, so this is where ChatGPT comes into play. ChatGPT can really, really help you in terms of this. So yeah, we're gonna be talking about that later on how you can actually use ChatGPT well. So yeah, and then when you want to do this 1 year vision, all of that, you want to choose from your have, do, and be. You want to divide those goals. Okay, so for your have and do, you want to make them project goals, and then for your be, you want to make them habit goals. Okay, because when it comes to like things that you want to be, being requires habits, while having and doing requires things that you will be doing, requires things that would normally take steps for you to get there, steps of different tasks, steps of different projects, even for you to be able to get to that. Okay, so now you probably have a clear picture of what is important to you and what you are aiming for, the goal that you are aiming for, what you want to be, the kind of person you want to be, the kind of things you want to have and do. So yeah, that is that for the reflect section, and we're going to be going on to the plan section. We're going to now be planning. Okay, we have this vision, now let's plan. What is the plan? One thing about this life is that you cannot think your way through life. You cannot think your way into achieving your goals. You have to actually do things. You have to actually do the things that are going to take you to your goals. Okay, so that is what we're going to be talking about now. Okay, so all of the goals that you set, all of the have goals, all of the do goals that you have for yourself, what are the things that you need to be doing in order for you to actually get those things? Those big goals that you have for yourself, what are the habits that you need to incorporate in your life in order for you to be able to become that kind of person that you want to be? So the first thing that I would actually recommend for you to do in this stage is for you to create a vision board. Okay, because it can be really, really, really cool for you to be able to search, okay, what does this look like for me? What would I want this to look like for me? Okay, so for instance, if you say you want to be a healthy person, when you now start looking, okay, healthy person, you can just like search healthy person on Pinterest and just scroll through. When you look at it, you can be like, okay, I like this kind of aesthetic. Okay, I don't want to be, I don't want to be going to the gym. I want to be a Pilates princess. Okay, this thing is like it just helps you get like a visual representation of your goals, and it makes your goals more manageable because you can see people actually doing what you want, right? You can see people doing those habits. You can see people, being in that space. I think it's just like a really cool way for you to just set yourself in order for you to now plan for those visions that you have for yourself. So you go through all of, the goals that you set for yourself. I would highly recommend that you do this by life area. Okay, so for your career, so for your spirituality, for your finances, like I think that is just a better way for you to be able to make it manageable and also know that okay, for this area of my life, this is what it is, and you're not just packing. Because if you want to do in all the areas of your life and you really want to like make this thing work for all the areas of your life, it's going to be really, really messy and cluttery. So I would highly recommend that you do this for every area of your life, and then once you do that, it is time to get to the main planning. And the first thing that I want to say here is that you are not going to have 1 year in 2025. You're going to have 4 years. Yes, you have to go with the 12-week year system, the 12-week year planning system. Okay, because once you can see, okay, these are the 1 year visions that I have for myself. Okay, what are 90-week goals for myself? And then you put them into a 12-week framework. Okay, so what this means is that at the end of each 12-week year, you're going to be looking in, okay, I did this, did I achieve this? Like it just makes it so much more manageable rather than just setting goals and then at the end of the year, maybe you just looked at those goals like maybe two times and then it's just like you did not achieve your goal because you didn't even look at it. Okay. And then also another thing that this 12-week year helps with is that it helps make goal setting so much more manageable. Okay, because 1 year is a long time if you're actually looking at it. But if you know that okay, it's just from January to March, you just need to, plan for January to March. You need to plan the things you're going to be doing each week from January to March. It's just going to make it much more manageable. So yeah, that is what I would highly recommend. So of course you can use ChatGPT for this if you've gotten all your goals. Okay, so you have all your project goals, you have all your habit goals. So you can now like put it in ChatGPT. Okay, they give me the 12-week version of this goal. Okay, and then you can now even tell it to break it down into okay, Q1, Q2, Q3, and then Q4. Okay, what am I supposed to have for this goal for these quarters? Like, trust me, it's just really going to help you a lot. And yeah, we're going to be going over this. It's kind of a lot, so let me not just say too much. And then after you've got your 12-week goal, you now want to decide, okay, what are the actions that I need to take every single week? So we have the 12-week goal, which is okay, this is what we want to accomplish by the end of this 12 weeks, which is by the end of March 2025. Okay, so now what do I need to be doing each week? Because every week you have to decide, okay, for this particular goal, this is what I'm going to be doing this week. For this particular goal, this is what I'm going to be doing this week. And what that just helps you do is that it just helps make things so much more manageable because you know what you're going to be doing. You have much clarity. And then also, one thing that I did not do by the beginning of at the beginning of this year, but I'm definitely going to be doing it at the beginning of next year because I did it for this quarter, is that you have to define what success looks like for you in terms of this goal. Okay, because it can be really easy for you to say, okay, I want to, start my business, but what would you regard as success in that area? So for your habits, is it an 80% completion rate? So you just want to look at it, okay, these things that I'm going to be doing each week, what would I rate as success? Okay, because it's really, really important. I spoke about, the fact that, having these metrics for yourself and deciding that this is what I want to do, this is what success looks like for me, just helps you so much in validating yourself and not lying to yourself. I'll leave the link up there. And then for your habit goals as well, you want to now look, okay, so for these habits goals that I have, I want to be this, I want to be this. What habits am I supposed to have for this? Okay, because with habits, it can be so easy for you to just pick a random list of habits that you've seen on a YouTube video and think that you're going to actually have, the emotional investment towards those habits. But no, they have to start from what you actually want to be. Okay, so from those B statements that you've written, you now choose, okay, for this B statement, this is the habit I want to have, this is the habit I want to have, and then you write them down. So you have your own personalized list of the habits that you want to be incorporating into your day. All right, guys. So now we are down to the final steps. So we have our long-term vision, we have our plan, our tactics, our actions, our habits that we're going to be following. But if you do not keep systems in place in order for you to properly execute everything that you have said you're going to do, things are just not going to work out for you. Okay, because all you're just going to have now is just a list of habits that you have to complete, a list of actions that you have to take, but you don't have any system to make sure that you do them. So chances are, if you're doing this digitally, it's just going to end up in one page that you never open. Or if you are actually writing this down, it's going to end up in a book that you keep in the back part of your bookshelf. Okay, so we do not want that for you. So that is why we're going to be creating the systems that would help you to actually implement these things that you have planned. So the first step that you want to take is that you want to create a daily schedule. Okay, so your day, you have to look at it as hours. Okay, because that is all our day is. Our days are filled with hours, and we can decide how many hours we want to be spending on each project each day. We can decide how we are spending our hours, especially if you're working for yourself. But even if you have a 9 to 5, I think that you can still maneuver this. I'm not sure, it's been a while that I've been 9 to 5, so I don't exactly know, but I still feel like you just have to look at your day like hours. Okay, and what this does is that it helps you. Okay, you have all of these goals, you had these 90-week goals that you're going to be doing. Okay, how many hours are you going to be allocating for each of them. One game changer that has really helped me to stay consistent with my habits is not looking at habits as just a list. Your habits form up your routine. So, for instance, you want to have your morning routine, your afternoon routine, your evening routine, and your night routine. Yes, you want to have that because what that does is that it now helps you. Okay, you group all of the habits. Okay, for this habit, I'll be doing it in my morning routine. For this habit, I'll be doing it in my afternoon routine. For this habit, I'll be doing my evening routine. And then for this habit, I'll be doing it in my night routine. And then you now place them strategically. Okay, so for instance, once you wake up, you do your morning routine and then you get to work. So maybe you work on two of your projects for 2 hours each, and then after that, you take an afternoon break. And then you work on your projects again, and then you take an evening break, and then you work on your projects again, and then you take a night routine, and then you go to bed. What this does is that it just puts so much stability in your life. And I don't want to go too in deep in this video because I'm going to be going in deep, like I said, I'm going to talk about very soon now. So yeah, that is just the idea behind that. Okay, so you want to have, okay, this is what, like, this is how many hours I'm going to be spending on this. This is how many hours I'm going to be spending on this. And I just want to, just make sure that everything just aligns and all of that. So now we have our schedule, we have everything. And now it is now time for us to remove the clutter, remove the blockings that may want to block us from actually executing this day. Okay, so the first thing you want to do, your mind, because now we have set a lot of goals. We have said we're going to do this, we have said we're going to do this, we have even put the systems in place. But you can still have a lot of limiting beliefs in your mind, and you need to tackle these things. Okay, so I would highly recommend that you do a mind declutter. Okay, you write down everything that is in your mind concerning everything that you have planned, everything that you want to execute. You want to write them down. Do not run away from those thoughts in your brain. Do not run away from those limiting beliefs that you have, those things. Like, you want to confront them and show evidence as to why you're going to do this. Do you understand? And then after that, you want to do a physical and digital declutter. So you want to declutter your space, make sure that you do not have things that you do not need. And also in your phone, you want to declutter your phone as well, your photos folder, even your social media. And then lastly, you want to get your resources ready. Okay, anything that will help you for your habits, anything that will help you to be able to do your things well. You just want to have a list of all the things that you would highly need in your 2025. So I truly, truly believe that this is what you need to make 2025 your year. And of course, as you can tell, that's a lot of steps. That's a lot of things to do. And it can seem quite overwhelming, which is why I have created the 21-day challenge with the seed store. And what this means is that all of these things that we have said, the reflect, plan, execute, we're going to be doing it together. Starting from 2nd December, we're going to be taking on the 21-day challenge, which is going to help you to do all of these things I have said in this video, but we're going to be doing it day by day with 1 day breaks each week. Okay, so this is just really, really, really going to help you to be clear on what you want, but still do it in a way that is sustainable for you, and you can do it each day with our community. So of course, more details are going to be put about it, in shorts and the community post and all of that. But yeah, I'm so excited for this challenge. And of course, we're going to be coming with resources. So we're going to have the Notion template, which is going to be for sale, but we're also going to be having a PDF version, which is going to be completely free. So it's going to take you through, the steps. You can write it down. You can just download it. Just, have the guide. You can print it out if you want to write on it and all of that. So yeah, that is what we're going to be doing. And I'm so excited to take you guys on this journey because it's going to help you a lot, honestly. You have to get serious about your life, okay? You are the biggest project that you will ever work on. Okay, so yeah, that is that for this video. Thank you so much for watching to the end of this video. I really do hope that you gain value from this video, and I hope that you are pumped. I hope that you are ready for 2025. If you enjoyed this video, make sure that you like this video, make sure that you subscribe if you have not already. And yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. So of course, as I've said, mindset is very important, which is why you should watch this video, which is just talking about the mindset shifts that help me to get the next level in my life, because this self-development journey, you have to reach multiple levels in order for you to level up. And yeah, I talked about all of the mindset shifts that help me get to my next level. So yeah, if you want to watch that, then you can click on this and I'll see you there. Bye.